I've got Love Generation playing in the background because this video is going to be about that. It's going to be about what are we doing to bring forward a new generation of human beings that are based more in love rather than fear. I'm going to be sharing a personal experience of mine. I'm going to be sharing a couple of snippets of what I've seen and what we can potentially, how we can make it happen. But this song is extremely special because it's actually when I met Kelly in Bali. So we were at Ecstatic Dance and I was just so juiced up on life. I'd just been living in the jungle. I'd been in Bali for 3 or 4 weeks. And I was at this ecstatic dance and this song came on. And I remember there was 250 people in the room and we just started circling and whirling around and there was just so much energy, so much connection. And about 2 minutes after that, Kelly and I looked at each other and it's a look that I'll never forget. And it was magnetizing. And it scared me a little bit. And I looked away and I was like, wow. And then I looked back and it was there again. And I was felt like a vortex was sucking me in. So I went over there and we danced and then we were together for 4 days in Bali. And then 2 weeks after, she came to Australia to live with me and my family, and she was here for 1.5 years, and then we've journeyed ever since. But this song is a beautiful song.
Fighting for riches, get ring on. I want to see the sunshine. Want to see what's on your mind. We gotta get hope. We gotta believe. We gotta receive the love. We got to give.
I think Bob Sinclair was onto something. Hey. Now it's not some hippie spiritual love that, I love everyone. But our bodies, our physical bodies are craving connection, craving relaxation, craving love. But our society is 100% mental, thoughts. And they're often based out of fear. Fear of lack, fear of not surviving. And that creates a very distorted culture. So it's going to be very interesting to see, but what I believe is the culture is changing rapidly towards more embodied experience, towards healing, towards health, towards relaxation, towards connection and community, rather than survival, competition, fight or flight, sympathetic nervous system. And I can see it, but we've got a long way to go. And a personal experience of mine, I've had a neck pain for a long time, in my life. Now, over the last 3-4 years, it's slowly coming down. And I found out what it was. And most people, when they get a neck pain, they think it's because something happened or it's a physical thing. I understand that, but we've got life force running through us. What is beating your heart? What is breathing? What grows the trees? There's this electricity. We are electrical beings. This is 100% proven. It's obvious. We're electrical beings. We have energy pulsing through us. And this is just something that we want to accept, like our heart pumps via electrical impulses. And we have this life force running through us. Now, some people's life forces are clear channels, are abundant and fluid like clean rivers. Other people's are stuck and stagnant and, so for example, my pain in my neck, why is my body compensating and pushing my neck out and tension and stuckness of energy and block there? Now, I've obviously done a lot of work and a lot of introspection and a lot of connection, and I've discovered what it is, and that is that the pain on my neck is me rejecting a part of myself. So a physical part is this part, so I rejected this part. Now, I found out what that part was. I asked, and ask and you will receive. I ask the question and I get it back intuitively. When you're tapped more into your intuition, life can flow a lot easier. So this part of me that I rejected probably around the age of 5 or 6 is my feminine nature, my creativity, my intuition, my relaxation, my healing abilities, my playfulness. These things I rejected. Now, why would someone reject that part of themselves? Because I came in with a huge capacity for those things, for intuition, for creativity, for healing, for playfulness, a huge capacity for them. Yet why, around the age of 5 or 6, did I cut myself off from that? I did that because I didn't receive love if I was displaying those things. The way I receive love, and everyone's different, but the way I received love was by achieving, by getting good grades, by being smart. When I was smart, when I was achieving, when I was getting good grades, I was adored, I was appreciated, I was praised, I was loved. So naturally, of course, I learned that, okay, well, if I'm smart and getting good grades, then I get more love. I'm going to do that. And creativity, intuition, playfulness, relaxation isn't going to help me necessarily in getting good grades in mathematics, English, science, spelling, reading, when I was younger growing up. So naturally, I just shut that off, tell it to shut up, and I just work really hard. And I work really hard, and I don't really allow myself to relax that much because relaxation doesn't give me love. And that is an imprint and a pattern that I created in myself. And then I just continued on. Yet things like playfulness, relaxation, love, creativity, intuition is where a lot of the juice of life is. A lot of the excitement, a lot of the satisfaction, a lot of the raw emotion and feeling and goosebumps and overwhelmed emotions coming through you, like when you feel alive, when you feel connected to someone. Not those times where I'm like, oh yeah, no, I really enjoyed being with you, but it's from a mental place and yeah, whatever. But if I actually feel like, oh wow, I feel deeply connected and enriched by this experience, that is like the juice for me of life. Now, I'm not sure what it is for you. Everyone's different. I'm speaking from my experience. Now, can be seen as the feminine nature potentially. You know, male, female is different from feminine and masculine. Every male has masculine and feminine. Every female has masculine and feminine. So I cut myself off from my feminine nature. And over the past few years, I've been reclaiming that. And I've noticed my ability to relax, to settle down. And this is a very interesting Now, another reason why people leave themselves, leave their connection with their body, leave their senses. Ask yourself, are you connected when you're eating your food? Are you actually sensing your food? Are you connected to your emotions? Are you connected to the pulsating that happens within your body? Are you connected to your sexuality? Or have you rejected that? Do you think that that's bad because of what society said? There's so many things that we've just suppressed, pushed down and shunned. And then we create shame in ourselves. We create all these negative experiences. And we run into our minds and we live our life through our thoughts. And 99.99% of the time, thoughts are either from the past or the future. What am I going to do? What did I do wrong? What happened there? And you totally miss what's happening right now. Like, if I wasn't in the present moment, I would have missed that breath that I took. I would miss the feeling of me sitting on the ground because I'd be mentally thinking, what do I say next? Oh, this is a video. What am I going to say? What am I going to say? Rather than just trusting my innate intelligence to play out moment by moment and me be a witness of that experience. That's when you begin to flow with life. That's when you begin to, rather than paddling upstream river for so long, it's tiring. It's tiring. To allow the boat to slowly turn around and you just to flow down the river. Now, there's many ways to do that. There's techniques. There's ways to really bring that out in yourself. But the first way is just to observe whether you are paddling upstream or not. And because I've done a lot of introspection in my life, I can see how it's played out, why it's happened, what's happened, and then bringing awareness to it and doing the things that I do, it's started to crumble around me and my true nature. Each and every day it shines through more and more and more. And I'm not sure what waits for me in the future. It's not really any of my business. But I have to go because that is the doorbell of someone dropping off a hydrogen bottle. And we will be talking more about hydrogen and why hydrogen is amazing for getting it into your body. But I've got to run. So thank you so much for your time and wishing you a beautiful journey.